Alright, welcome back. We are going to take a shot with Esper Control here. Looks like a keepable opener. Now it's possible that I'm going to need to use a Fatal Push on turn 1, so I'm certainly going to lead with this Polluted Delta. With the Polluted Delta, the question is, what do I grab? Now, Cryptic Command in a 3-color deck is a little bit funky because it requires 3 blue sources. It's never been a major issue. Okay, Scalding Tarn signifies potentially Jeskai Control. I'm thinking a lot of people are going to be playing that. So we're going to go for... let's go for a Watery Grave in this case. That's going to prevent a turn 3 Gideon in the Trials unless I were to draw another blue-white source, which I'm okay with. Yeah, let's go for it here. Ooh, Search for Azcanta would have been a great thing to play this turn. Well, this hand doesn't suck. Let's do top, put this into play tapped. And then if my opponent taps out for something, I can play the Gideon on 3. Opt. Interesting. So decks that play Opt include like Grixis Death Shadow or potentially Storm. Yeah, he's pretty aggressively cantripping right now. I'm thinking he's probably on Storm. And that helps to answer that question. Sulfur Falls is a Storm card for sure. Let's see. Okay, top. Oh, bottom of the library. All right, must have been bad. You didn't really take a chance to think about what that was all about. Okay, now I think Gideon's pretty good against Storm. Tapping out at this point is a little risky though, because he could potentially go off on the next turn by playing one of his dudes and then a ritual spell. So I think that we got to be a little bit careful. Let's go with the Plains, and we will put the Search for Azcanta into play, which leaves me Fatal Push mana for a Goblin Electromancer or a Brawl. Lingering Souls, I was hoping for that. Alright, cool. That gives me something to do with this turn. Ooh, Timely Reinforcements is a good draw too. Probably not going to do much for us in this game other than gain us life, especially in this situation. I don't think it's worth it for the life, so we'll go with the Gideon so we can actually start beating with this guy. Now, I would typically want to do this emblem right away, but because that deck plays Lightning Bolt, I think there's a good chance that my Gideon is going to be the target of such a thing later on, so we want to get him up to 4 as soon as possible. Okay, so we might be up against like Blue Moon or something here. Do I want to kill the Snap? I think so. Let's go with that. In which case, Timely Reinforcements is good again. I'm going to have to be very careful. I don't want to get Blood Moon out of this game. Jeskai Ascendency. Okay, interesting. Alright, forgot what this even does. Okay, he gets to loot every time he plays a non-creature. Okay, so this is a combo deck. Usually it's got green in it, and I can't remember what for, but Fate Stitcher's involved, and there's the Fate Stitcher, which basically will net him a mana. My dog's going crazy right now. Basically will net him a mana every time he casts a non-creature, because he can then untap the Fate Stitcher and untap a land. Alright, let's see. We need to get rid of this because we need to find a counterspell. Or some way to remove that Jeskai Ascendency. Alright, Path is a pretty good draw. Let's start attacking. I think the mailman's in the neighborhood because not only is my dog freaking out, but the neighbor's dogs are freaking out. You may be able to hear them next door as well. Alright, let's see here. We'll do good old-fashioned Lingering Souls. This is a little risky, but I want to start to apply pressure fast because now I've got him about 2 attacks away from death. Another Ascendancy. Okay. Wouldn't he want to play the Fate Stitcher first? Maybe. I don't know. I don't understand this deck. That could just mean that he's got nothing to do with it at this point. Flame Jab. Okay. Interesting. Flame Jab's a good way to like always have a way to trigger that Jeskai Ascendency. Okay. Oh, another one. Okay. Sure. And let's transform. Okay, good. Logic Knot is a great draw here. Alright, what am I worried about? Scalding Tarn? I think I just attack. I'm in a position here where I really don't need to be playing anything else proactively. If anything, I've got to hold up mana for Logic Knot plus potentially Snapcaster Fatal Push or Snapcaster Path. So I just attack and pass at this point. Now, the argument could be made that my opponent is in range of like 2 more Lingering Souls and then my Gideon and my current Spirit Token attacking him to death next turn. If it comes down to that, I can flash in the Snapcaster at the end of this turn now that he's fetched and get him for 7. Alright, there's the Fate Stitcher. Okay, let's path the Fate Stitcher while we can. And a remand, of course. Okay, we're gonna counter the remand and leave mana up for the path because we don't want the untaps to happen. Let's see here, Logic Knot. Three. He's got 2 mana untapped. 1, 2, 3. Just to be safe, let's do 1 more. Now, with the amount of looting he's going to do, there's a good chance that he can find another Fate Stitcher and throw it in his yard. So we're not out of the clear yet if this all goes down as planned. However, it's looking pretty good for us. Oh, now he still gets the triggers before my path even resolves. Okay. So he basically just starts from the beginning all over again. Okay. It looks like my Graveyard Hate's going to come in handy next round. Yeah, and there he pitched another Fate Stitcher. Okay, so I think I'm like basically dead. We're not gonna fake like we've got anything right now. Untaps the mountain. Oh, okay, now we might. Let's see. Turn off auto yields because we're going to get that path back if he remands it. Interesting choice. Nets him 2 mana. Loots twice. Wow. This is miserably slow after playing Arena for so long. I'm not used to this MTGO stuff anymore. Just seems so clumsy when you do stuff like this. But he's doing a great job of managing his clock despite that. Alright, well, now we want to path him before this land untaps. Guess he's got another activation of it. We are entirely out of things to do now. Alright, there's a remand. And how big is this damn Fate Stitcher now? 7/8. He's gonna play another Ascendancy. Blessed Alliance, interesting. Untaps 2 target creatures. Wow. So that nets him 4 mana. Loots twice. It's a cool deck. Okay, we're dead. I just want to see how this all goes down. There's 11, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we are done for. We will concede. Interesting. Well, let's see what we got for Mr. Fate Stitcher here. We've definitely got to bring these Nihil Spellbombs and Surgical Extractions. If I can Surgical a Fate Stitcher, that should be pretty game ending for him, but then again, I don't really know how the rest of that deck goes. Purge will be good. Timely can get cut. We're going to cut that from the main. Dispel is going to be great. Vendilion Clique probably. Collective Brutality, I'm kind of iffy on. Definitely a Nihil Spellbomb. I think we cut the Wrath of Gods. Unless there really is like an Empty the Warrens type storm effect with this one. I don't know if there is. Probably not. Negate will be great. Dispel, Serum Visions, Surgical Extraction, Fatal Push. We need all of our... I think we got to keep our 1 mana removal spells around. Detention Sphere is going to be good, and Teferi is going to be good here too. I'm not sure about... Do I need the souls? That's the question. Fate Stitcher can tap or untap, I believe, so he could tap down my blockers if it comes to it. Let's keep some in. Let's see. Gideon's not going to do me much good. He can create an emblem, so I have to be attacked twice. But I don't know if that's really the plan that we want to see. Jace is a little lackluster here. Well, let's do this. Let's cut 1 more Lingering Souls, and then we're going to ship it. I'm really not familiar with this deck. I played a lot of Modern in my time, and I've really managed to dodge the Jeskai Ascendency combos all the while. Okay, so there's the Surgical in hand. That's a good start. This is a keeper, I think. Especially since I can tap out on turn 2, play the Search for Azcanta, and have Surgical at the ready. Celestial Colonnade could become a creature, which would continue to untap and tap while he is utilizing his Jeskai Ascendancies. That's pretty clever. Alright, Flooded Strand. We need to find a Negate or a Logic Knot or something to deal with an Ascendancy. Okay, I think we want to draw this. Yeah, we'll just pass the turn at this point. We're going to hit that Celestial Colonnade when we can. Get ourselves a Plains, play Gideon on the next turn. Alright, well this will be good. If he scries 2 to the top, we can shuffle him away. Yeah, 2 to the top. I mean, even if he scries 1 to the top, we can shuffle him away for that matter. Or if he scries 2 to the bottom, then we can shuffle him back to the top. Because that's how luck works, right? Field of Ruin is really a super versatile card. It is not a May. Your opponent has to look for a land. And there's a Fate Stitcher. I think we want to get that now. Suppose we could search first, but I'm going to do it when my opponent's tapped out, and I'm excited to, ooh, take it out of his hand too. Alright, cool, we're going to get all 4 of them. And never forget to get the one in the graveyard. Alright, there is a Geist of St. Traft going on here. And let's take a look at that deck. Here's what I do. I get my snipping tool out because Magic Online, unlike Arena, just assumes that you're going to remember all of this stuff. So I'm going to take a picture of this. I'm going to put it on my other screen. You can get a look at that yourselves. And then I can refer back to what he's got going on in his hand. Alright, cool. So that Geist situation is going to be pretty difficult to deal with. He's missing a land from it, of course. But, yeah, we're going to have to do something about that. Okay, let's put that in our graveyard. We need to draw a counter spell. Or a Vendilion Clique. That'll do. Alright, so pass. And he has a Remand. Well, we could click him now. Yeah, let's do that. Let's click him now. We can't let him resolve that because there's not much we have left to deal with that spell. If the Geist hits the table, because we cut the rats out of the deck. All right, cool. And then here, pro tip: go to your photo. Oops, and we can cross out Geist. Huh? Snapcaster. Pretty good draw. Do we want that land? I think we do. Alright, so we'll play Gideon. And we will prevent the damage that this guy's going to do to us. And then let's just pop this into play tapped. So if he gets clever, he wants to put that Seal of Godhead on that thing. I'm not too afraid of it. Here's the more likely play. I'm going to have to find a way to deal with that Jeskai Ascendency, that's for sure. Cryptic Command. No, we want that. Alright. so we've got a path. I think I'm going to have to path that Staticaster. I don't want that thing... Well, do I really have to? No, let's make this a creature. And attack. Okay, so I know that he's got Remand hanging around. I've got a Dispel for the Remand. I'd rather kind of bait him into trying to cast the Steel of the Godhead on his Staticaster and then pathing it out of existence or something along those lines. But I don't think it's enough for me to just path it right now. I don't want to be going that route. Now he's got mana for Steel and... Okay, so he's going to play Snap. Yeah, you can have a Serum Vision. That's fine. Okay, so he discarded the Steel, I should say. I'm going to cross that out. I'm going to cross out the Snap, cross out the Jeskai Ascendency. We know of 2 remands that he's got in his hand at this point. Let's path that guy. I'm fairly certain that I'm going to need to deal with the creatures. Yeah, we can put that in the graveyard. We don't need a tapped land at this point. Untapped land, on the other hand, is quite a bit more useful because now I can play Cryptic Command and I've got Dispel mana. So let's make this a creature. We want to get in there. I know there's once again, there's an argument for me preventing the damage that Snapcaster could do, but I feel like I've got pretty good counter spell backup right now to deal with any of the issues that could come as a result of a creature being alive on the field. Okay, so there's an opt. Yeah, that's fine. What a cool deck. I want to play this. Okay, now here's where we have to counter this and then bounce the Ascendancy. Spell, return negative permanent to my hand. Here comes the Remand, predictably. This might mean, if he can get this off, this might mean that my Gideon is dead. If things go in my way, we end up with a major advantage here. Okay, so he's got a 3/2. Hopefully there's no Serum Visions hanging around. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter if they're... Okay, so opt, that'll do it. Opt will kill my Gideon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in the graveyard. I will have enough mana to snap Cryptic next turn to counter the Jeskai Ascendency. I know he's got another Remand, though. Or does he? There's one in the discard. Alright, Path. Let's see. Do I want that in my graveyard? Yes, I do. Transform. Polluted Delta is no good. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 2 mana. I think I've got to just, like, attack. And then I can flash in Snapcaster at the end of the turn. I just hope I don't die. It's significantly harder for him to do without the Fate Stitchers. But if this works out, I can play Snapcaster and attack for 6 next turn. I guess we'll see how that goes. Okay, another Geist. So at least nothing's happening to me right now. Unfortunately, that is a pretty decent way to block a Snapcaster. Hmm. Six, 7, 8 damage. Probably more likely 10 damage with Jeskai Ascendency. So he's got a Jeskai Ascendency in his hand. He's probably got a Remand in his hand. I'm thinking he would have at least kept one. He's probably drawn another one in this game. I don't know that I want to just cash in on my Snapcaster right now, but it might be worthwhile. See, I haven't seen any burn. What has he got in his deck? Is it Staticaster, Detention Sphere? He doesn't have any bolts or anything in his deck, so there's no instant speed way of dealing with my attacker if I've got it down. The Staticaster, I saw one in his deck. I can't remember if that was before or after he cast it. I think it was. That was before. Okay, cool. Alright, we'll get Dispel. Irrelevant at this point. I'm not casting it. Okay, not a bad draw. I guess I'm happy I went ahead and played the Snap to begin with. Ooh, what's this? Click. Huh. Okay, force survival. Yeah, I gotta make him block with one of his creatures, otherwise I'm just dead. So that's the way to go. Alright, so Ascendancy plus 2 instants or sorceries will make his creatures lethal. I've got a blocker though, and he knows that. Okay, so I want to flash in the blocker before he gets the token, because the token is going to increase in stats once it's on the battlefield. So here's the Remand. He's made my dude. He's made his dude bigger, so we've got 4, 5, 6, 7 damage coming in. I think I can survive this. Oh, it untaps him too. Irrelevant, I suppose. And there's nothing that I can see happening with that 1 blue or red mana that's going to take care of a Celestial Colonnade right now. So I feel like we've got this one. But we shall see. Alright, there's 2 mana. Down to 1. It's got to be a bluff, right? What has he got? Oh, here's my friend Teferi. Okay, so he's got... That's nothing. Come on, I've seen his deck. If I'm like just totally forgetting something, you can laugh it up with me later, but I don't see why I don't just get in there right now. Oh my god! Target creature gains flying until end of turn. If you control a white or blue permanent, return it to its owner's hand. Okay, well there's that. Jesus. doesn't necessarily mean that it's over. Oh, yes, it does, because Geist gains flying, and then I'm taking 7. Wow. Well, there it is, folks. Nice. I'll have to give him props for that one. We'll let him finish the job, though. How cool is that? View from above. Never seen that before. There it is. All right, we'll concede. All right, well, that was certainly an oddball deck. I wasn't prepared for Jeskai Ascendency, and I definitely wasn't prepared for a View from Above, of all things. But I'm definitely glad we ran into that one and got it on camera. So we'll go on. We'll do some more. Hopefully we can roll into like an actual Jeskai control deck. I'd like to see the mirror match, the control mirror match, quote unquote, in that case, and see how we fare in that game. So anyways, stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching.